It's such an exciting and pleasurable experience for me to be here tonight to share this Journeys concert with you. I took my inspiration from wandering around the museum here, and one of the exhibits was the migration section of the museum. It had all these stories about human migration into Australia and where everyone came from Europe and South America and the UK and Russia, and all wonderful stories. Every single family who came here, every single person who came here is fabulous, powerful, sometimes incredibly happy, sometimes incredibly heart-wrenching stories about how we've all ended up here. We're going to be sitting here for about an hour or so, but really we're going to be sitting here for about 4.5 billion years, because I want to tell you some other stories that lead up to the tiny little fascinating, tiny but incredibly equally fascinating story of the evolution of humans and the way that human populations have moved around the world from tiny beginnings a long time ago and to all the exciting things we now know as the modern world. And so the first part is really just getting a feel for what it was like some 1 or 2 billion years ago when the planet started to shift from being a rather inhospitable hot rock to something much more welcoming with greenery and animals. So this is the first part where it's just a hot rock. Skies that we see now, we're watching. Humans pretty much spread all over the known world. Of course, there's a lot of history we can't really accurately plot over all those other billions of years because we don't have anything left from them. It's all been turned upside down with the tectonic activity on the planet. It's slid underneath mountain ranges, it's submerged or it's been completely eroded. But you can get a bit of a feel for the lifetime of this planet. And what it must have been like in those times. And of course in the ice ages, a lot more took refuge in caves, and we have the beginnings of at least artifacts of artwork. We didn't have cave walls before that. They weren't being used apparently. There was no record even if it existed. And so in all of this, we start to see some of the traits of humanity which we can relate to, we feel part of, we are akin to, and we still participate in. We still participate in community. We still participate in migration. And we'll look more at those reasons soon. We have a thirst to tell stories and record images. Yeah, we have natural disasters come to our doorsteps from time to time, or our neighbours. There was a flute discovered in the Neander Valley in Germany, dated at 35,000 years before now, 35,000 years ago. And it would have sounded something, and this is a violin, but it's something along these lines.